Gul'dan vs Ner'zhul, the warlock who betrayed his own master. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the most fascinating stories from the Warcraft universe. Today, we're unraveling the twisted tale of Gul'dan and Ner'zhul, two of the most influential orcs to ever walk the lands of Draenor and beyond. Grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's jump right into this epic saga of betrayal, ambition, and the ultimate clash between master and apprentice. Picture this: a world teetering on the brink of chaos, ancient traditions clashing with dark new powers, and at the heart of it all, two figures whose decisions will forever alter the fate of multiple worlds. Sounds intense, right? Well, stick around because we're about to explore how Gul'dan, the ultimate warlock, betrayed his own mentor, Ner'zhul, setting off a chain of events that would echo throughout Azeroth's history. The rise of Ner'zhul. So let's set the scene with Ner'zhul. Born into the Shadowmoon clan, a group known for their deep connection to the spiritual and mystical, Ner'zhul was the epitome of what an orcish shaman should be. He wasn't just any shaman, he was the shaman. Imagine being the spiritual compass for your entire people, the one they turn to for wisdom and guidance. No pressure, right? Ner'zhul had a direct line to the ancestral spirits, or so he thought, which made his counsel invaluable. The orcs valued honor, tradition, and their connection to the elements, and Ner'zhul was at the forefront of preserving these beliefs. He was respected, even revered, a leader in every sense of the word. But here's where things start to get a bit complicated. One day, Ner'zhul begins receiving visions, ominous messages he believes are from his ancestors. These visions warn of a looming threat, pushing him to unite the orcish clans against a common enemy. Sounds noble, except there's a twist. These ancestral spirits are actually Gul'dan in disguise. Gul'dan, one of the most powerful demon lords of the Burning Legion, saw an opportunity to use Ner'zhul as his puppet to bring the orcs under his control. His manipulations are so subtle, so cleverly orchestrated, that Ner'zhul doesn't suspect a thing. It's the ultimate catfish scenario, but instead of stolen profile pictures, it's interdimensional deception. Guided by Gul'dan, Ner'zhul unwittingly leads the orcs away from their shamanistic roots toward a blood-drenched future. Trusting their leader, the orcs follow without question. Introduction of Gul'dan. Enter Gul'dan, a name that would become synonymous with treachery and dark magic. Unlike the respected Ner'zhul, Gul'dan starts his journey as an outcast. He was physically deformed, weak by orcish standards, and shunned by his own people. But what he lacked in physical prowess, he more than made up for with his cunning and insatiable hunger for power. When Gul'dan learns of Ner'zhul's connection to the spirits, he sees an opportunity. He becomes Ner'zhul's apprentice, eager to absorb all the knowledge he can. Initially, it seems like a typical mentor-mentee relationship. Ner'zhul takes Gul'dan under his wing, seeing potential in the outcast orc. But here's the kicker: Gul'dan isn't satisfied with just mastering shamanism. Oh no, he wants more. The old ways are too limiting for his grand ambitions. He craves power beyond what the elements can offer. And when you're desperate and power-hungry, you tend to attract some unsavory attention. The betrayal unfolds. Noticing Gul'dan's ambition, Gul'dan shifts his focus from Ner'zhul to this new, more pliable pawn. Gul'dan appears to Gul'dan, offering him the power he so desperately seeks. All Gul'dan has to do is pledge his unwavering loyalty to the Burning Legion. It's like making a deal with the devil, because it literally is. Overwhelmed by the promise of limitless power, Gul'dan accepts without hesitation. He begins to undermine Ner'zhul at every turn, feeding false information and twisting events to suit his new master's agenda. The trust between mentor and apprentice is shattered, but Ner'zhul is initially clueless. He continues to lead his people, unaware that the real puppet master is now his own student. As the orcish clans descend further into bloodlust and abandon their traditions, Ner'zhul starts to sense that something is terribly wrong. He discovers Gul'dan's deception and realizes that the visions weren't from his ancestors at all. Talk about a rude awakening. Determined to undo the damage, Ner'zhul tries to withdraw the orcs from Gul'dan's influence. But Gul'dan, now wielding significant power, ensures that Ner'zhul's efforts are thwarted at every turn. The student has not only surpassed the master but has effectively destroyed him. Gul'dan's ascendancy. With Ner'zhul sidelined, Gul'dan wastes no time consolidating his power. He forms the Shadow Council, a secretive group composed of the most ruthless and ambitious orcs. Together, they manipulate the Horde from behind the scenes, steering them towards conquest and domination. Gul'dan introduces the orcs to fel magic, a corrupting force that's both addictive and immensely powerful. The once noble shamanistic practices are tossed aside like yesterday's news. To seal the deal, Gul'dan orchestrates the blood pact with the demon Manaroth. In a grand ceremony, Gul'dan convinces the chieftains to drink Manaroth's blood, promising them strength beyond their wildest dreams. And boy, does it deliver, but at a horrifying cost. The orcs become enraged, their eyes glowing with fel energy, completely enslaved by their thirst for destruction. But Gul'dan isn't done yet. He sets his sights on Azeroth, a new world to conquer. Using his dark powers, he helps create the Dark Portal, bridging Draenor and Azeroth. The Horde pours through, launching an unprovoked invasion against the unsuspecting humans. Ner'zhul's downfall and transformation. Meanwhile, Ner'zhul is a broken orc. Stripped of his honor and position, he's effectively exiled. But he isn't ready to give up just yet. In a desperate attempt to save what remains of his world, Ner'zhul seeks out powerful artifacts that could reverse the catastrophe engulfing Draenor. Unfortunately, his plans fail spectacularly. Gul'dan is furious with Ner'zhul for his defiance. He captures Ner'zhul, and let's just say, what comes next isn't pretty. Gul'dan tortures him, shattering his body but preserving his spirit. Ner'zhul is transformed into the Lich King, bound to the frozen throne in the icy continent of Northrend. Stripped of free will, he's tasked with preparing Azeroth for a second invasion by the Burning Legion. From revered shaman to a spectral entity commanding the undead, Ner'zhul's fall from grace is complete. The legacies of Gul'dan and Ner'zhul. Now let's talk about the aftermath. Gul'dan, ever the ambitious warlock, meets his end when his greed leads him to the tomb of Sargeras. Seeking to claim the power within, he's torn apart by the very demons he sought to control. Classic Gul'dan, reaching too far and paying the ultimate price. But his legacy doesn't end there. His actions have long-lasting repercussions, including the formation of the Fel Horde and the destabilization of multiple worlds. Ner'zhul, as the Lich King, becomes a pivotal figure in Azeroth's history. He orchestrates the rise of the Scourge, a terrifying army of undead that brings about the events of Warcraft 3. His influence corrupts Prince Arthas Menethil, leading to one of the most iconic storylines in the Warcraft universe. Over time, the identities of Ner'zhul and Arthas merge, creating an even more complex and formidable Lich King. The lines between who is in control blur, adding layers of depth to an already intricate narrative. Comparing Gul'dan and Ner'zhul, we see two sides of the same coin. Both were powerful, both made catastrophic choices, but their motivations and endings differ. Gul'dan's relentless pursuit of power led to his self-destruction, while Ner'zhul's attempts to save his people resulted in his eternal damnation. So, what does this all mean? Well, the stories of Gul'dan and Ner'zhul serve as cautionary tales about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the devastating effects of betrayal. Gul'dan's betrayal didn't just topple his master. It set off a domino effect that led to wars, the destruction of Draenor, and countless lives lost across multiple worlds. His insatiable thirst for power shows us how corruption can consume and obliterate. On the other hand, Ner'zhul's journey is a tragic one. He started with noble intentions but was misled, manipulated, and ultimately transformed into a being of untold darkness. His story highlights how even the best intentions can pave the way to ruin if one isn't vigilant. These narratives are more than just epic fantasy tales. They reflect themes that are deeply human: ambition, manipulation, the struggle between good and evil within ourselves. But enough from me. What do you all think? Do you consider Gul'dan pure evil, or was he a product of his circumstances? Was Ner'zhul a tragic hero or just as culpable? Let's get a discussion going in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support means the world to me. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring those amazing stories.